All right, we've got a few minutes left with Reverend Ted Pike, truthtellers.org. I'm Alex Jones with Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Reverend, you were going over some of the things that it does. Then we've got the cyberbullying on top of it. I mean, this really is the fall of the Republic.
Alex, in the last several weeks, we pretty much knocked the cyberbullying bill in the head. A lot of people called in, and we got the Republicans active. They brought in excellent constitutional witnesses in that Judiciary Crime Subcommittee hearing, and we routed them. And, in fact, the big media in the United States, including the New York Times, the Popular Science Online, and so on, was ridiculing the cyberbullying bill. I tell you that to encourage people that when we take action and really scream bloody murder about these bills, we can hold the liberals, ADL, and so on, homosexual lobby back in Congress. That's exactly what we've got to do right now. We literally have hours before this awful federal hate crimes bill could be brought before the president. We need to send off those emails to whitehouse.gov, come to Truth Tellers. We've got it all laid out there on our action page, exactly what you're supposed to say. Get those off. It will only take you 10 minutes, 5 minutes, in fact, to do more than you could possibly imagine right now, I believe, to encourage the president to stand by his harsh promise he made to Democrats that if they're going to add $100 billion more pork on that arms bill, he's going to veto it. Let's stand behind him. Let's stand behind Obama and let him know that the American people are, number one, they're not going to stand for him to sign this bill into law. We're going to take revenge next year at midterms if he does sign it in. Number two, he has to stand up behind his promise repeatedly made this spring that he will not load down the American people with another $100 billion for unnecessary, wasteful F-35 engines.
Well, Ted Pike, the problem is he always does the opposite of what he says he'll do, but let's pray we can put pressure on him this time because this is a First Amendment killer. Ted Pike, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Alex.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're going to start the next hour, and at the second break, we're going to get our guest on, at the 5 after, who was in the Hitler Youth, and he'll tell you about the police state. His book is Defeating the Totalitarian Lie. I also want to thank some of the sponsors that have made today's radio show possible. One of them is EcoloBlue.com, EcoloBlue.com. This is a high-quality atmospheric water generator that grabs water, H2O, right out of the atmosphere, produces 7.5 gallons a day. They have a lot of great deals there on their site. This is the unit I use in my home and my office. EcoloBlue.com, or give them a call at 1-800-691-6043, 800-691-6043. You can't get better water than what they have at EcoloBlue.com. Also, I want to tell you about the great folks at EcuadorCentral.com. Yes, that's the South American country. EcuadorCentral.com. It's your duty to know every option you have to protect you and your family. Whether you are looking for a rental property, a new start, or you just want to know your options, I urge you to go to EcuadorCentral.com. The website is great. It will give you all the information you would want to know before you go. Go to EcuadorCentral.com and see what these folks are doing. Whether you're interested in real estate investment, travel, or just want to see pictures and videos, go to EcuadorCentral.com. That's ECUADOR Central.com, EcuadorCentral.com. And lastly, don't forget, we're only 8 days away from the premiere of Fall of the Republic, a quantum leap in my filmmaking, the best work I have ever done. You can pre-order it right now. They'll be shipped out in the order they're received at Infowars.com or watch it live at PrisonPlanet.tv. Stay with us. Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's high noon to 4 p.m. Eastern. We are here live. Thank you so much for joining us. We're making leaps and bounds every day exponentially in the amount of people that we're reaching. And most of that credit goes to you, the core audience of this show, for now 14 years. Hard to believe it's been 14 years. Together, we're making a difference with God's help. So I commend you and the edifying work you're doing. Continue. And remember that any persecution, all the pain we go through, is a blessing, and then we suffered it together against the globalist. And if you ever look into their mind and look into their works and find out who they really are, so many people that never fought the globalists, once they research it and find out who they are, they're like, how did I not know about this before? How did I not fight these people? Later in the show, but probably more tomorrow, I'll probably never even end up getting to it. I never seem to, really. I wanted to read the piece out of or parts of it out of the New Republic, big in Europe, the U.S. and Canada. Top Bilderberg Group family publishes it, really savaging me and saying that, you know, I'm hypnotizing the population, that I am, dangerous, that I'm making up that there's a call for a new world currency, that I'm making up that there's eugenics, that I'm making it up, that the White House science czar said that they wanted to put sterilants in the water to sterilize us. Doesn't matter. That I own at least 10 textbooks he wrote or co-authored calling for it. And they say I'm anti-Semitic in there. Well, they say my work is like the protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion without the Jew references. No, it's you pimping Jews, just like black Chicago leaders pimp black people and use them to sell their agenda and call anybody a racist who doesn't want to go along with them. You are the people most responsible for putting the word Jews into debates about the private Federal Reserve and the New World Order. And they know that. They want divide and conquer. They want to divide us along race, religion, ethnicity. And I'm just sick of it. We're here calling for humanity to stand against evil. We know there are evil people in every group. There are good people in every group. We are about ideas here. And the Salon article just says I'm completely insane and dangerous and this big threat. Media Matters says I'm the big rising threat. A bunch of other publications, George Soros run, are attacking me. So keep us in your prayers as we face these folks down and the totalitarianism that they're trying to bring into this nation. Because it's very serious. You know, I remember reading State Department document 7277. 7277. I even have a copy of it from the State Department, little blue 40-something page booklet. And it announced in the 60s how they would disarm the American people, how they would bring in foreign troops, how they would federalize police, how they would then bring in foreign troops and foreign police to arrest Americans under international law where you have no Bill of Rights or Constitution. And then I'd see News 8 pieces in Austin and around the country, see other ones where they'd say, 24 police from Tokyo, Japan are coming for 6 months to live in Austin and work with Austin police. And 24 Austin police, I saw this a few years ago, are going to Tokyo. And when they're done with the exchange program, they'll be able to come and arrest people in the U.S. We'll be able to go arrest people under our laws in Japan. So you have this global corporate government that's rewriting all the rules, getting rid of the checks and balances, getting rid of due process and liberties and freedom. That's all that's happening. And now the New York Times and others have announced with great fervor and said how great it is that they've announced a new world police force for taxes, for speech, for everything. We've got an article about it, Waco siege enforcer to rule over global police force. Man who both approved of and covered up government slaughter of 76 people, including 20 children, will lead move to establish international model of law enforcement.